This look, this is the look of disappointment in thinking I was going to be on time. This disappointment is for you, because I'm never on time. Today we're going to be talking about Coreborn, Homeseek, some streamer drama, more along the lines of not so much people in people specifically or creators specifically for their drama, but just in general the back and forth that has gone on between Twitch and YouTube and Rumble and Kick and Trovo and the whole nine. Which Trovo really hasn't been in the mix. They've got a great little platform that I think has a dedicated community over there. Kick being the big one, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about it. And I don't know all the details. I'm going to give my opinions on it. Don't take anything I say here as 100% fact. This is more my opinions on situations. So go do your own research. Of course, none of this is advice for you to do anything financially or otherwise. I don't give advice that way. I give my opinions and why I think people are moving to different platforms and doing things they want to do. I can't get comfortable in my chair today for some reason. Ignore the gigantic window unit back there. Our air went out last Saturday, and I went and bought that bad boy until it got fixed on Monday. So it was just too dang hot last week, man. It was hot. Hope everybody's doing well today. Good to see you, Celtic Moon, Crystal, Gabe, Jonathan. How's it going? Wick, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Mama Java, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Deuce is late. Who bet that he would be late in the betting pool? See, that look was for you, Gabe. That look of this look, that's disappointment. I know it looks like my face every day, but that's my disappointing look. I'm disappointed in you thinking I was going to be on time. So today, Coreborn, Homeseek, I'm going to throw in a few extras, some that I missed in June, or one that I missed in June, and one that I didn't plan on for July because I didn't know it came. I thought it came out in August, but we're going to throw those in, do a quick talk about some other stuff. Real quick, though, you see that this is a sponsored stream. It doesn't mean I'm being paid to do it. It means I'm getting an item for free for our community as the Farm Sim server, but I still have to include it as a sponsored stream. And that sponsor would be Nitrado. So if you need a server, use the first link in the description. Head on over and grab your server today. More than 100 games online immediately from Ark, Conan, Farm Sim to Sons of the Forest. You can put up your own server today, all the way down to Minecraft. Lots of different games. Change games easily at any time. More than 100 games online immediately. So go check it out. Find your server today. First link in the description. If you're watching live and you want to get it quickly, just exclamation point Nitrado in chat will get you there. But there you go. And then while I'm on the kick here, sharing affiliate links, because that's what the link is. It's an affiliate link. I do make a little kickback off of it, a little commission from it. It's not a lot, but it is something. If you're going to get a server anyway, why not support me too, right? That would also include getting a game from Steam. Use my Nexus store. Link down below, exclamation point Nexus in live chat. nexus.gg/DeuceMS will get you there. If you don't see it on the list, right? If you don't see your server on the list, I mean your game on the list here, I only get 10 slots, but there's 10 slots here available that I can put games in. So if you want a game, head over there, pick one up, and I make a little commission off of these. I only make money if you purchase a game from here, from my page, or use the search tab. Just search for a game if you don't see it in the list. If it's not there, cool. If it is, you buy it. I make a little commission of no upcharge. It's for Steam keys only. Keep that in mind. That being said, oh, hang on. Let me get rid of that. I always forget to get rid of that. I gotta have a button over here to turn that on and off, I think. That would be good. All that being said, that is it for the announcements today. We're gonna start with Coreborn because it does come out on, let me get it pulled up here. Actually, no, we're gonna start with Shattered, the final days, because this one comes out June 20th. This one came out June 28th. So we're gonna start with this one today. This is Shattered, the final days. Let's blow up some pictures here. Actually, let's talk about it first. An open world MMO set 50 years after a viral outbreak that took out 90% of the world's population. Now you must choose your next path of survival, whether you go solo or join forces with other survivors. It is an MMO style multiplayer game, I guess. It's massively multiplayer, so I'm guessing it's the same thing. You just put up a server and run with it. It looks pretty good. I haven't played any of this, so we're going to take a look at the video, but I don't have it pulled up on YouTube, so we'll just look at it on here. There are creatures of some sort. I want to call them zombies, but I don't know that they are. But creatures of some sort. And again, a lot of people are going to say, oh, this is your typical run-of-the-mill, blah, blah, blah. I get it. There's a lot of survival games out there with zombies in them. But the game actually looks pretty good. I haven't picked it up yet because I forgot about it. Honestly, I had it on my wish list for a while and just forgot that it was here. But it looks like there's lots and lots of stuff to do. You can play with your friends. You can play by yourself. You can do whatever you want to. Really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You can do it. It seems like lots of stuff to explore. Let's check out one of the videos real quick. I would full screen it, but you'd only get half of it if I did that, so. I didn't plan for this one, so I didn't look up the YouTube video. Certain elements are subject to change. Okay. The graphics, if this is actually gameplay, this looks pretty good. That seems really harsh in my ears, too, for some reason. It looks like they tried to contain it, whatever the outbreak was. Lots of caution tape everywhere, quarantine levels, no entry, no removal. And then it shows us sprinting through the snow. I like the environment difference. Oh, the jungle. Okay, snow, we got woods. We got creatures of some sort, zombies maybe, I don't know. I don't want to call them zombies because they may not be zombies. Fire in the forest. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Feel free to go check this out. Shattered at the Final Days. I'll make sure to go back and after the video and put a link to Steam for this game because I didn't plan on doing this one today. So. Lots happening right there. That looks pretty good. This came out on, so Shattered the Final Days. This came out on June 28th of this year. It looks pretty good, I'm going to be honest. The next one we're going to check out is Coreborn. And again, I'll leave a link to Steam for that one down below. And again, it might just be your run-of-the-mill survival game. I don't know. I haven't played it. I haven't checked it out at all. We're going to be checking out Coreborn. Let's hop over to, let me go back here first. Let's hop over to, hey, shut up. Nobody's talking to you. Let's hop over to Steam first and check it out here real quick. And then we'll jump over. Actually, you know what? I'm going to check out one more real quick. I just did the demo on this one. And, it was pretty interesting, honestly. I kind of liked it. It was pretty interesting. So this is called Evergreen Mountain Life Simulator. I just did the demo for this, or the prologue for this, whatever you want to call it. And I mentioned in there that it didn't seem like there was a whole lot going on, but it looks like there will be, judging by the pictures here on Steam. So we got some deer down by a lake here. We do have a rifle, which I didn't have in the beginning there. I was just building a little cabin. Looks like you can go hunting. That's a nice little cabin with like a thatch-looking roof. That's kind of neat. I didn't realize you'd be able to do anything with thatch. It's very cool. The elements, of course, snow coming to you there. Being able to chop up logs of some sort. Is like cutting out the inside of the log? Because I didn't see anywhere where you could do that. That's pretty neat. There's driving in the game. The driving's actually pretty good too. There's different pickups, it looks like. I only had one, but it looks like maybe you start with something different. Then you can go buy stuff. You can buy cabinets. You can buy scales, teapots, toaster, knives. You can buy a full kitchen setup, a fridge. So that's kind of neat. Looks like you got lights and food, plants, tools, hunt, others, bedroom, living room, bathroom. Lots of stuff there to check out. There's the thumbnail I used. And then like a little cabin area maybe. Is that the shop? Is that the store we were at maybe? And then it looks like we got a vehicle we can upgrade and storage. Upgrade the gas and storage on it. For different vehicles maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know what the tow truck is for. I hope we never have to find out if we do go back and play it. But that game is called Evergreen Mountain Life Simulator. I did a demo for it. You can go check it out if you choose. Totally up to you. All up to you. So there you go. We'll take a minute here and say hey to everybody that's coming in. Battery, how's it going? Karsten, how are you? Voltage, how are you? Good to see you. Bone, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Well, that was shocking. Similar to the look I used to get from my mom. Yeah, see, there you go, man. You never disappoint, folks. Never disappoint, folks. It's never good. Anything good going on? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Still above ground? That's true. That's true. That's good. Just means you didn't work in a mine. I mean, that's a little too on the nose there, Bone. Nor my Doomsday Prepper. Well, with the first game we checked out, maybe you should be. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Let's check out Coreborn. This is... Let me find my button. This is a social survival game set in an open world of Ultracore. Build, grow, and defend your town, survive the elements, and Sorgoth's onslaught. Sorgoth's onslaught. Cooperate as you go and adventure to loot, gather resources, and make history. All of it together with friends, old and new. So it is a multiplayer. It's cross-platform multiplayer at that. It's an MMO. It looks pretty good if you're into the fantasy realm style stuff. And I think we've checked this out before. Maybe I don't remember. Maybe I pointed it out at some point. I don't know. They've already done this one. I feel like I've already done this one. Or did I start to do it last week and then my internet dropped out? I think is what it was. Yeah, that's probably what it was. So you got a rotation wheel here for your building. So you hold a key down, I'm guessing, and it brings up your wheel that you can choose what you want to build from. So you got elevated floor pieces, you got ramps, you got roof pieces, you got angled stairs, you got angled roof pieces, walls, windowed walls, poles, maybe ceiling pieces, fencing, and doorways. And that looks like all the basic stuff you start with. So I don't think that'll be like the final tally. It looks like you got hotkeys over on the right here, and then F1 for help, C for crafting, I for inventory. It's a standard setup. And then you have P. You hit P for players to see who all players are on. It looks pretty cool, actually. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like the way this looks. I kind of like it. You played the Coreborn demo as solo, and it was okay. Okay. Well, okay's good. Bad's bad, but okay's good, I guess. So do you think it could use more work than Mama Java? Do you think it needs more time? Or do you think it'll be okay as is to release and build as they go? What's up, Vincent? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Last cup of coffee is still very, very hot. Yeah, do you think it could use more work, or do you think it's okay to release as is? I'm curious. Curious myself. Because I haven't played it. I didn't want to get in the demo. I wanted to be surprised when it came out. If we could get a group of people together, I think that'd be kind of neat. I mean, actually, I've probably got too many different multiplayer things going on as it is. I got FSN, I got our community farm sim server, which is the reason you see that sponsored tag in the video is for Nitrado. You can head down below, grab yourself a server. It's an affiliate link. I don't get paid just for telling you about them. I do receive a free server from them every month, which our community farm sim runs on. And I spit all that out at the beginning. It'd be more from the friends. The crafting requirement is a bit steep, needs a polish. Okay, so playing solo would be a really, really hard grind then if the crafting requirements are a bit steep. That makes sense then. So I see this right here. Items required, lightwood timber is 453 and granite blocks are 138. That's a lot, and I don't care what you're building. That's a lot. That's a big number of stuff you're going to need. General requirements, 1 member. And then 8,100 essence. I don't know how you get essence, but that seems like a pretty big deal. So that's a lot. I see what you mean. You start your own village, and there's a timer countdown to the base defense events. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. And again, if you're into the fantasy realm, this may be something you want to play with your friends. I'm not real sure. Speaking of community farm, a whole lot going on there. Please come join us. We need help. Yes. Yeah, if you're into farm sim, our community server for farm sim is always open. You can jump in and play. We got a single farm on Dairyland 4X. Jump on over to Discord, link below, and give yourself the farm sim role. Find all the channels and jump in and play with us because we could use the help. If you're a content creator, feel free to stream it or create content on it too. Doesn't hurt me in the least. I'm not asking you to promote it by any means, but if you want to stream it and make content on it, you can, for sure. A lot of titles coming out, expecting the Oklahoma DLC for ATS in a month or so. They've released the achievement, which they do during closed beta. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff coming out in the next little bit. I know 2020 was kind of dead because everything got put on pause, and a lot of stuff actually got scrapped in 2020. So Adana the Explorer, or Adana Explorer, press E to interact. It's a little Kremlin looking thing there. So this is the alpha gameplay footage. Looks like we have maybe either a wooden or like a copper sword, maybe something like that. Adventurer Finder. So defeat ongoing waves of enemies and defend the relay tower. So this is how Fortnite started out, by the way. It started out as a multiplayer, online multiplayer tower defense game, basically. And I wish it would have stayed that way because that version of Fortnite was a lot of fun. I played it in the very, very early days of Fortnite. I played that. When it went to the MMO Battlegrounds style, I was like, nah, I'm done. Looks like we got some kind of wolf bear thing attacking us. I'm not sure what that is, but I like the art style in the game, though. It's pretty neat. What happened there? It went to a small A small screen. That's okay. Looks like they're just out in the woods, maybe a campfire. This might be a cutscene. This is definitely not a cutscene. This is building. So the building is tile-based, it looks like, which is always good. I hate pre-built buildings in games like this. Medieval Dynasty, my biggest gripe about Medieval Dynasty has always been that it's pre-made buildings. It's not free building like this one, or most survival games. And I understand why, because there's a dedicated code attached to each building where you can move your people to and have them automatically do things. I know why they did it, but I think it'd be a lot more creative if you had the ability to build tiled buildings, I think. I will help, but I'm on PlayStation for me. Yeah, it's not crossplay this time around, Vincent, sadly. That is the limitation to using a big 4X map, is typically it's not crossplay. I'm actually a Fortnite founder supporter. I have the rare skin in the game, and yet I've played Battle Royale once. Yeah, exactly. So I actually bought my key for the game off of somebody that was a Fortnite founder supporter, and when they released the game, I bought the key from them. So, because you got like 4 keys or something. So, I don't know if that's legal, but he sold it. I wasn't going to turn it down. I didn't pay much for it, so it's like $5 or something. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's legal or not, but I got it. So, but either way, that game doesn't exist anymore anyway. So, whatever. So it looks like we got a little village, which is kind of neat. Lots of different little stalls set up. It looks like maybe some mead going on over here. Maybe food items or something on this side. Like stuff in the background there. Maybe hunting equipment or something somewhere probably. I don't know how this is going to work. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't know. If you played the Coreborn demo and you can share, if you're legally allowed to share information about it, because sometimes you're under an NDA about that kind of stuff. So you can leave comments down below, or if you're in live chat and you did it and you are legally allowed to, feel free to share. So I can't believe it's like a base defense game. That's kind of neat. Here it looks like we got some kind of, it's either cotton or it's garlic, whatever it is. And then we got some wheat and it looks like some pots and then some other maybe herbs or something on the side over there. Lots of stuff to do in town, it seems, to talk to people. That's kind of neat. And then we're down by the water. It looks like we got a dock. Something out in the water. I don't know. Is that a boat? Maybe a boat out in the water. A little canoe of sorts. It looks like they're building right here on the dock, too. That dock may not have been... that may be in-game, and then they started building around it, which is kind of neat. That's a good plan, actually. Building by the water is always good. And then we got just some collecting of wood and sticks, it looks like. This picture is concerning. There is some sort of tentacled tree root system, squid something, sticking through a window in the top of the roof on this building. That's concerning. I don't know what to think about that, I'm going to be honest. Just a shot of the wide open plains. You see some animals and stuff in the background. I wonder if you can tame animals, because there's a horse right there, it looks like, or what would be considered a horse, maybe. I wonder if you can tame animals and stuff. That'd be kind of neat. What's up, Spiderette? How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. So it looks like here we're running through some tall grass toward town. Again, I like the art style. I just don't know that I would have time to do this. Oh, okay. Here's some baddies. These look like raiders. These are probably the people that attack your base. Very, very weird looking creatures. I don't even know what to compare them to. Creatures is probably the best way to put it. That's definitely a wolf bear. I'm going with wolf bear on this one. That's definitely what that is. Fighting them in the snow. And then a beautiful shot, a nighttime shot of the campfire and the moon kind of overlooking the valley. And whatever this is in the background right here is very large. And I don't know what that is, but it's very large, whatever it is. So I don't look forward to that. It looks like actual gameplay, too, because you can see the cursor right here in the middle. So if that's actual gameplay, that's really, really nice looking. I like it. I like it. What do you guys think about Coreborn so far? We've yet to watch the video, but we're about to. A ninja wolf bear, yes. A ninja wolf bear for sure. Absolutely ninja wolf bear. Yeah, what do you guys think about Coreborn so far? Just looking at some of the pictures and stuff. Is it for you? Do you like these kind of fantasy type MMO games or no? Before we start the the Coreborn, play Coreborn on YouTube. The video is linked down below for this. You can find it, and the Steam link for the game itself is linked down below too. You can find both of those there if you want to. I can never get my camera to look like people on YouTube, man. Like, my camera never looks good. It never. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my face is the reason it never looks good. I have no idea. Maybe my lighting's not right. I need to get another one of these key light airs. Instead of one, I need two. I need to put them off, like, to the sides, kind of at an angle. This one's hitting me right in the face, and it's really annoying for one. You love fantasy MMO games? Played WoW for years, as well as EQ. What is EQ? EverQuest. There's so many that just don't do it well. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, probably not for me. Going to wait and see. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. If I play a game like that, man, I'm gonna sink all of my time into it. I'm not gonna halfway play it. Haircut anytime soon? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's not even. I mean, most of it's still around back. Absolutely not. Not getting a haircut anytime soon. EverQuest, yeah. How you doing, Trakey? I hope you're doing well. My MMO of choice is Guild Wars 2. That sounds fun too, yeah. Yeah, mine was always, so I was never good at it, but Age of Empires and Command and Conquer. And I know that's not your typical MMO, but it is a massive multiplayer online game where you join in different maps and battle people. So kind of the same, but not really. Not even close to the same. You got burnt by New World? Me too. Me too. It was not as entertaining as I thought it would be. We had fun with it for a little while when all four of us were playing, because we were all four just kind of running around doing stuff. So I don't think it was that big a deal, but I don't think I could grind that game by myself, honestly. Can't afford the time sink of an MMO anymore. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Battery. I think if I did an MMO like Coreborn or something, I would have to just play it for a while. 3, 5, 6, 7 weeks. Just play it and nothing else for a while, and just stream it every day. Which I may actually start doing something like that. Instead of breaking my channel up every day to a different game, I may find one I really like, stick to it for a week or so, 2 weeks or so, and then try to beat it or finish it, or finish whatever I set out to do with it, and then move on. I think that would be the most fun. Time sink. FS22 takes a ton of time. Yes, it does. It takes a ton of your time and everybody else's time, for sure. But yeah, let's watch the video, and let's see what they have to say about Coreborn, Nations of the Ultracore. Speaking of that, I wonder if Malcore is going to be playing this. Just his name just is perfect for it. Oh, hang on. You guys can't hear this at all, can you? Hang on. I was sitting there wondering. I was like, how come the... Try that again.
Hello, everyone. My name is Okadrian.
There.
I'm the community and social media manager for Blank Hunts.
Weird.
And I want to say thank you to everyone who took part for the Steam Next Fest open beta recently.
This is Okadrian.
Early access is right around the corner, July 18th. We're all counting down the days. And I want to help you out. You see, on Twitter, I made a series of videos to help you get started. In case you had never played the game, or you were playing the game and you were like, man, I pressed F1, but I need more. So I'm going to port those videos over here on YouTube for you to watch to get that hype building up as the day slowly arrives, okay? But it'll be here before we know it. But use these videos to help you get started, and we'll look forward to seeing you for early access, July 18th, for Coreborn, Nations of the Ultracore. Hello, everyone. I'm Okadrian, social media and community manager for Coreborn Nations.
So put in a lot of extra work to give us a lot of extra help for some of this, which is really good. I like it. I like that they're going kind of out of the way to make it a little bit easier to learn to play.
Nations of the Ultracore, and I'm going to walk you through the initial steps of your demo experience.
Nice.
Firstly, listen to and follow Neeb's tutorial. It should take between 2 to 5 minutes.
Hey, friendo! There you are! Finally! The expedition is already waiting for us!
Nib.
You may end up seeing this F1 message frequently, and that's by design. Think of F1 as your journal or codex. There's an incredible collection of answers and information already built into the help menu. Just take a look.
Gabe said, nope, that voice is terrible. It kind of caught me off guard. I did not expect Nib to sound that way, but hey, man. You know, what do I know about gremlins and their voice? I have no idea. Okay, no explain anything. It's just scrolling through basically all the help inventory here, the help menus.
But just in case you can't wait,
so
I got you. The first thing you want to be able to do is defend yourself. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Hey, Twig Greatsword. We're going to need that.
Okay, Twig Greatsword.
Like we're going to need 10 essence, 10 twigs, and 4 plant fiber.
How do we get essence?
All right.
That's what I want to know. Because one of those buildings took 8,100 essence.
So let's do it. Now, I seem to remember from hovering over twigs and plant fiber that both state they can be gathered from bushes. So I'm going to go forage these bushes and, would you look at that? Got some twigs already. Plant fiber's not dropping. Oh, there it is. Cool. We're well on our way.
So your typical survival
it's been a while now, so let's
collection,
go ahead and check in
crafting
on my
stuff.
progress. Go my inventory. Okay, I got the essence that I need just from running around doing stuff. Got my twigs, got my plant fiber, all my inventory. Go back to craft.
That answers that. How do you get essence? By just doing stuff. Okay.
Crafting, and check it out. I meet the requirements for the essence, the twigs, and the plant fiber. Twig Greatsword. I'm gonna press craft. And look at that. Twig Greatsword. Brand new, in the inventory, new car scent and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and equip that.
So it looks like you have tools and weapons, then you have quick slots as well. They don't count the same. So that's cool. Oh, I bet that's scroll mouse. I bet that's scroll mouse for your weapons and tools. And then you have hotbar selections
too. I'm gonna need a building hammer. There it is. Okay. I already have the essence and the woodworking skill. No problem there. That's familiar. Light wood. Okay. That's new. Only need 1. Note it. Twigs. Been there, done that. Plant fiber. Been there, done that. This light wood, though. I guess I can go to the help menu to find out more information about that. And go over here to gathering resources.
Okay, so this is cool. So anytime you have a question about where to find what or what it is, you literally just pull up your menu, your UI, and go to help. So you got inventory, crafting, skills, map, settings, and help in all the same tab, and then you can just go to it and find it. That's pretty neat.
Gonna scroll down to logging, and there we go. Lightwood. Very common wood that can be found in most of Ambrose. Okay. Reassuring. Let's go look for it.
Yeah, what does it look like now? How do we find it?
Lightwood tree. All right, I'm gonna get out my sword and Easy peasy.
What? He's gonna get out his sword and become a crow?
Gonna go to my inventory, and I have no light wood.
Why don't you have any light wood? What happened?
Maybe I shouldn't use my weapon to chop down a tree.
No, probably not.
Maybe I use this reinforced wooden axe instead.
That's probably a better idea.
Twigs, again, got that essence, logging skill, plant fiber. Okay. Resin. Now this is new.
How do you get resin?
Okay. Let's go find it. Now the description says can be found everywhere there are trees. Well, I found some trees, and look, I found some resin too.
Aha! It's one of those situations you got to figure out what everything looks like.
Acquire resin as well. I'll keep my eye out. Finally have the resin I need, so I'm gonna go ahead and craft this reinforced wooden axe, and easy.
Why is there resin on the blade of the axe?
Okay, now let's try this out properly.
I guess it reinforces the wood. The resin does.
Updates.
After it hardens.
Got light wood. Oh. Okay, no worries there. Check my inventory.
Gonna disappear. It
just
did.
to make sure.
Nice.
And light wood, light work. Okay, back to the original task.
He said light work.
My building hammer. I got the materials. Gonna press craft.
I'm gonna be honest. So far, I'm really digging this. I like the build up here, where you're not just leveling up your magic skills and stuff the whole time. Like you actually have to go and get things and build an actual place. Kind of neat. It's nice to be able to refer to, but it would be nice to have it included in the game UI rather than just reading the FAQ. So it is included. So right here, you're in your crafting menu, then you just go over to help. Boom. Oh, you're talking about like if you hover over it, it tells you what it is and where to find it, kind of deal. I see. Yeah, that's probably what you're saying.
Just like that,
that's true.
Brand
that would be better.
New building hammer. We did it. Put that in my tool slot. Now I can mouse scroll wheel between my stuffs, and I'm ready to build.
What is that thing?
Okay.
There was something behind him. Did you see that?
Good. Switch to your hammer, and then choose town center, and find a suitable location for your town.
Okay.
Or not. Just be better than me.
Yeah, he just
not
put
a great choice.
Right here on the side of the road. Probably not the best
voila,
option.
Town center complete. Ta-da!
Boom. Yeah, well, you see the stuff you had to have. You got to have 20 light wood,
complete,
20 stone, 10 stone, 10 stone, 4 rope, and 10 resin to build this. I feel like he knew exactly what he needed and had it all gathered for this shot.
Waypoint in case, you know, maybe the world is unkind to you.
Set to.
Then you'll always appear back home.
Set town as spawn point. So yeah, you could spawn back here if you get knocked out, I guess.
Also, while you're away from your town, press M for map. If you take a look, it'll show your town's location as well as your own.
Nice.
So you'll know exactly how to get back.
Okay.
Once you have the requisite materials, right-click again with your hammer, set up a foundation, and start building.
My guy, you're just going to build right in the middle of the road?
Inside your golden radius. That's your town.
Oh.
And your materials will thank you for it. Oh, hint, by the way, make a chest too. Yeah, so remember in an earlier video when I pointed out, you know, that maybe the world might be unkind to you?
Yes.
And setting your waypoint and all that? Let's just pretend that might happen to you. I don't know.
Yeah, not that it just happened at all. No.
But in case
I was able to start my own town solo, no problems. Okay, cool. So it's not that bad, but it's still a grind, huh? I mean, that makes sense, really. Working but's a large chunk, 50 plus hours a week. Just don't have time for that kind of time anymore. I think this would be one that if you played as a group, it would be fun just to be able to jump in when you do have time and play, honestly. I mean, you wouldn't be as high level as everybody else, but you could still play with other people. I think would be kind of fun. Those kinds of games are okay, I think.
it does, just go ahead and look in the sky. Look in the sky and you'll see a purple beam lighting the way. When you see that, that's where you want to head to because that's where all your stuff dropped.
Okay,
Shout
so
out
that's
to
good.
Sacramento Kings fans. Okay, now I'm a little close to where that incident took place.
That incident.
Who caused it. Hey, there's my gravestone. Now, if you notice, I go ahead and interact with that, pick up all my stuff.
Like to take all function.
My lesson. Far away from the aggro. Well, you know what?
I like the text in game too. It's not
Maybe one more
intrusive.
try.
It's over to the side on the right there. You gonna try this again, dude? No.
Now I know a bunch of you are looking
Apparently
to play
that
with
didn't
your
work
friends,
out.
so let's go ahead and figure out how to do that. First, I'm gonna press P to get into the friendship menu.
Okay.
Okay. You got your recently seen players, and hey, if you got a Steam friend, they'll be online or offline. Make sure they're online. If they are, go ahead and click that. And what you want to do is join their server, and you'll get a little warning about what it is you're looking to do and what it means.
Okay. We've hung on to this long enough.
You won't be able to return
Got
to
it.
your current world if you choose to relocate. You will only transfer the items you have on your character with you if you proceed. Are you sure you want to immediately relocate to this character's world?
Whoa. Hold on. You won't be able to return to your current world if you choose to relocate. You will only transfer items you have on your character with you if you proceed. Are you sure you wish to immediately relocate? What? So if you build this big village or whatever of your own and then you join your friend's world, you leave yours, you don't get to go back to it. That's okay.
If you proceed. Are you
All
sure
right.
you want to immediately relocate to this character's world? If you choose yes, then ta-da! You've been relocated to your friend's world, and if you look around me, that little town I had going last video, not there anymore. But all my materials, my tools, they're with me. And more importantly, so is my friend.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if because of it being a multiplayer, I wonder if it's going to be available on server hosting, like on Nitrado, for instance. That way you could jump in and you could start playing together immediately instead of you building and then leaving your world and not be able to get back to it. I don't know if they're going to have dedicated servers or not. I'll have to look around and find out. I hope they do. It is cross-platform and it's an MMO, so maybe they have... Maybe there will be dedicated servers. I don't know. It looks like the minimum requirements is Windows 10, quad-core Intel or AMD 2.5 gigahertz or faster, 8 gigs of RAM, DirectX 12 compatible graphics card. Those are minimum requirements for it. So maybe kind of steep, but there you are. So what happens if your friend quits playing? Are each of the instances kept server side? That seems to be a bad idea long-term for this. It's a huge game. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying, man. Like, if you leave and you join your friend's game, it sounds like it's client side for each person. So if you join their world, you're on their client side, not server side. So I don't think you'd get it. I don't think you'd get the world at all. I think if they quit playing, you just wouldn't be able to get into it. This is just a poor explanation. I mean, I think he did a good job of explaining some of the basics early on. You know, what you're looking for if you can't find stuff, how to get to the help menu, all that kind of stuff. I mean, just a very, very basic explanation and shows you some of the UI and the gameplay, so I'm fine with it. It doesn't give you a whole lot of information on the multiplayer side, of course, but I'm sure there are other videos. That's just the one I picked because it gives you a basic rundown on the UI and how things work. And I thought that would be probably the best because sometimes I have an issue finding my way around the UI because I don't read things. I just start clicking on stuff. So I figured that would be a good basic deal. No, it's servers. There were multiple other players on the server I was playing solo on. Oh, so is it dedicated? Like, can I rent one from Nitrado if Nitrado it picks up the game? Like, are they going to have those type servers, or is it when you join the game you just play and you're on there with somebody? About joining friends, I don't think you should lose your world. No, probably not. I don't think so either. I think that's kind of weird, honestly, that's the case. Honestly, but. Let's get back over here, and we're going to switch over to... We're going to keep talking about that as long as y'all want to, but I'm going to go ahead and pull up some other stuff here while we're talking. But yeah, they're small pop servers, so I don't know about dedicated. I'm going to find out about dedicated servers and see. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ask right now. There we go. We'll see if I get a reply for that. Maybe we will. If it is servers, each town is instance, the amount of space memory required will be untenable for growth. So you saw how big the golden circle was. It was not very big for the guy. So, I mean, you know, it's like, it was just big enough to build you a little town there. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess. All the playable towns are open world, not instance. Oh. So, you only need 8 gigs of RAM, though. Huh. I don't know. It's kind of weird. All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Nobody's answered me yet, so we'll see. Can be upgraded to enlarge your town. Okay, see, there you go. That's what I was wondering. I figured that was probably the case, and it's good to know that you can. You can upgrade the golden circle to upgrade to enlarge your town growth. Grows with progression. Yeah, that's what Mama Java was saying. Yeah, it seems like that would be the case. It'll grow with progression. So, cool. It's something to look forward to. It's kind of different, but it's kind of the same. It's got a familiar feel to it, but I like the art style, and it's got kind of a different story and build in the game, so it's kind of good. If they're open world, why would you have to sacrifice your saved info? I don't know. That's a good question. It's like it doesn't save client side, which I find strange. It doesn't save server side either. Like nothing saves, which is weird. So I don't know. I'll pin a comment down in the description when I know more about the dedicated server part, or if anybody knows before I do that, feel free to leave a comment on the video and let me know. Let's move on to Homeseek. Homeseek is a post-apocalyptic survival strategy game set on a dystopian, resource-strapped Earth at the beginning of the next century. In a dried-up wasteland where water has become the new gold, every choice becomes life or death. With your guidance, survival might just be within reach. I've also done the demo for this, so if you're looking for the demo playthrough, go to my channel and go to videos. Just scroll down on the homepage there. You'll see videos. Click on that and go to it. But it was pretty fun. It's very challenging. There's a lot going on here. This comes out. Oh, wait. When does Coreborn come out? I should probably. Oh, July 18th. It comes out in 7 days. This comes out July 20th. So this comes out pretty soon as well. And there's probably some other games in July I'm missing. I didn't put them on here. So just seems odd the way they set things up. Oh, for the Homeseek. I mean, for the Coreborn servers. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get a reply at some point, and I'll let everybody know in a pinned message down below. But yeah, I played the demo for this. It's pretty challenging, but it is a lot of fun. And if you want to see more detail about it, you can go check it out. But it does come out July 20th, 2023. There's a demo available. You can join the playtest. There's devlogs available. And overpopulation, this is about the game, overpopulation, environmental exploration, and complete disregard for nature has resulted in the depletion of drinkable water, leading to the collapse of civilization as we know it. It's up to you to lead a group of survivors to a place where they can rebuild, but it won't be easy. A dried up wasteland where water has become the new gold. Every choice becomes life or death. With your guidance, survival just might be within reach. Homeseek features 2 campaigns spanning over 9 scenarios. Each can be played in story mode, endless mode, and survival mode, providing dozens of hours of gameplay. On top of that, online multiplayer mode will offer you a chance to compete against other players to determine who is the ultimate survivor. So there's a story mode, which I'm probably going to be playing. I thought the game was pretty good. It seems like other people were a little bit interested in it, so I want to check out the story mode for the game. I think it'd be kind of neat. So here's some screenshots. Again, it's a top-down city builder type game, but it's a little different because there's kind of a story going with it here. But everything else is pretty much the same from a city builder you would expect in an apocalyptic city builder type setup. You can send your people out on expeditions. You have expedition logs. You have research centers and water and food collectors and such too. So that is Homeseek. Let's go check out the video for it. This is the Homeseek trailer. This came out a month ago. It's only 58 seconds. We're going to check it out. Means Deuce will kill all of his people at least twice. Yes.
Survival.
Yes.
In this desolate land. It's all about harsh choices.
Hang on. How's this in 480p? What in the world? What are you doing?
Survival.
480p. Get out of here.
Land. It's all about harsh choices. By yourself, all you've got around you is desert. Choose to band together with others, you've got life.
Look at the watering. That's kind of cool.
Civilization. But the more you have, the harder it is to keep things from falling apart.
It is very story driven.
People will die.
The demo I
It's
played
up to
anyway.
you to make the best of it. To survive, you must reach out to the world outside. And the most difficult choice is always right around the corner.
That doesn't look good. Homeseek. July 20th, 2023. It is on Steam. It is there. There's a link down below to this video and to the channel for the Interactive Collective, which is the publisher for the game. And there's a link to the Steam page as well. This video is linked down below in the description. So there you go. 4 games that could possibly be something you want to play. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. This comes out July 20th. Again, I've played the demo. If you want to go check the demo out, it is available for you to go watch on the channel. Now, all that being said, anybody have anything they want to add about Homeseek? I'm open. I'm open to hear it. Other than the fact that I'm going to kill all of my villagers, because that's definitely going to happen. Some other games I'm looking forward to is City Skylines 2 later this year. And we'll be covering that in the Shoot the Deuce October edition. I haven't really looked at August yet. I know there's a bunch of games for August I've got on my wish list. And again, these games are not all games that are coming out in July. These are just ones that I had on my wish list that I'm interested in and that maybe other people don't know about, so I can bring some attention to them. You know, that's it. That's all it's for. It's not for clicks. It's not for ad revenue or anything like that. I'm not trying to put out stuff that is just big titles that everybody's searching for. I try to bring a little bit of awareness to my community about games that maybe they've overlooked, something they might enjoy. So I try to split it up and have all the games that I have on my wish list each month, and we try to do these the first Tuesday of every month, but I couldn't get my internet to hold up last week, so we didn't get to do one. Starfield, we'll be talking about it a little later on too. I try to wait, and Starfield, City Skylines 2, stuff like that may get their own Talking Tuesday, their own episode. I'm not sure yet. Also, I don't mind having guests on if we could ever get a hold of a developer, publisher, or whatever, and try to set up a meeting. Then there would be special Talking Tuesdays as well. Some of them may be recorded, just depends on timing for whoever, when they're available, that kind of thing. So, but that's always something I could just play while I'm streaming here. So, and that's probably what I would do. I would probably just do my live show as normal and then play the recording so everybody can see it. Of course, after it's okayed. If I ever have a guest on that can't be live and they don't want to do live or whatever, if they just want to record, check out the edit, and then I'll do it that way. But I know something else is coming out on July 18th, but it's a secret. Don't tell anyone. Definitely to do about the janitor. I don't think so, right? Frostpunk 2, does that come out on the 18th? Really? I never played Frostpunk. For a cute game, Paleo Pines is coming out September also. Cool. Dinosaurs, but not Ark. I think I saw that, Mama Java. I saw something about that one. Paleo Pines. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that on Steam. I think. Very possibly. But anyway, we'll wrap up the discussion about Homeseek and City Builders there. We'll pick up in August with some more games. Oh, Frostpunk is not coming out soon. Oh, I thought you meant it was coming out soon. Okay. So let's say, how did I miss it? What's coming out July 18th? Because the janitor doesn't come out. Tales from the Janitor doesn't come out until October, right? Now, what comes out July 18th? What did I miss, Bone? Got the space trading update in Planet Crafter. I have not. Humanist Suite. I got to get back to that, though. Because that looks like a lot of fun. Wasn't there a raft style game coming out? Yeah, I covered it in the last Talking Tuesday. It is, I don't remember now. Life Not Supported. I'm bringing up a wish list. Life Not Supported. Yeah, we talked about it in June Talking Tuesday because it came out in June. Not a game I'm looking to play, but did you see the FTC cleared Microsoft Activision merger? Yes. I did. I haven't kept up with it, so I don't know what all that was about anyway. I guess monopolizing, maybe. They were trying to keep them from doing that. I don't know, but I don't care. I really don't care about any of that, man. All that's political, corporate stuff. I don't care anything about. It makes no hill of beans to me whatsoever. I could care less what they're doing, to be honest. No cares in the world. So I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on some of the stuff going on. I thought we talked about a game coming out soon. Maybe not. We talk about all kinds of things. Thought we talked about a game coming out soon. What do you mean? Did I I probably forgot, Bone. I'm sitting here looking. I'm trying to figure out where I would have put it. Like, it's got to be somewhere. Well, for those of us that have Game Pass, we'll get to have a bunch of new free games. So that's a big deal then. Okay, again, I haven't kept... Usually when I see corporate stuff like that, I just don't pay any attention to it because I don't care, right? I never really pay attention to it. Maybe I should have. So that's a pretty big deal, though. If you have Game Pass, you're going to get a ton of free games, huh? That's cool. Even a Sweet, I've already streamed it once. I got another stream coming up next week of it. Forever Skies. Yeah, I played the demo too, I think. Yeah, I think I did the demo too. I did a while back, actually, yeah. I did the demo of it, and then I got my first stream in last week. I'm going to do another one next week. This week, I'm getting to the top of Only Up. It is happening. By the end of the week, I'll be at the top of Only Up. So it means I got tomorrow and Thursday to do that. Tomorrow's probably going to be a longer stream here on YouTube because I'm gonna play that game a lot. And I got to tell you, I've been practicing my speed run line up to the train cars, through the pipes and up to the train cars, and I've gotten pretty good at it. So I can't get my timer to work though. I downloaded LiveSplit and I cannot get it to actually pop up so that I can do anything with it. And I don't know what it's doing. I think something's blocking it from loading. I'm not sure what it is, but I can't get it to actually load. So I'm going to have to figure out a split timer somewhere for a pretend speed run because I'm not really speed running the game. I just want to put a timer up so that I can show everybody where I'm faster at than before the run, before the last run. So, but yeah. I just want to get to the top of Only Up. I don't really care how fast I do it. I'm shooting for under an hour, though. Are we back to killing zombies this Friday, or are we doing something else? I don't know, man. Do we need to get back into Sons of the Forest? I feel like we probably do, don't we? Probably so. Maybe so. But yeah, Forever Skies is a great game too. We covered that in one of the Shootin' the Deuce podcast, and I did the demo of it a while back, and I've already got my first episode out. We could do that. We could go back to Sons of the Forest. It's been a little while since we played, so, and a lot of stuff has happened. And I'd be okay with jumping back into that for a little bit too. Try to figure out some more of the story and what's happening with it. I want to see what that big building's about in Sons of the Forest, man. I want to beat the game. I want to beat the game. Either way, though, on to the last segment. We're going to talk about some revenue splits, why people may be moving. Again, my opinions. None of this is fact. None of this is statistical data. All this is just my opinions and why things possibly could be happening. A lot of drama over one thing or the other from content creators. I'm not going to name specific creators, but I'm going to bring up the topic on why that happened. Whatever happened to that game, you were like a small elf. Nobody watched it, so I quit playing it. That's pretty much the bottom line, yeah. If it starts doing poorly, I just drop it and don't talk about it anymore. But it's called Smalllands. Survive the Wild, if you want to play it. It was a fun game. I couldn't get into it, and I don't think a lot of people got into it either. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So my opinion on why people are moving from one platform to another and back and forth and this and that. I think a lot of it is money driven, especially big content creators. I think a lot of it has to do with them being offered a deal for a contract for this much money for this many streams per week, and they get guaranteed money. I think that's probably some of it. And again, this is all speculation on my part. I have no idea if that's actually the case. But people have an issue with Kick because of who is 1/3 owner, as far as I can find. Stake, which is a crypto gambling website, is 1/3 owner. I think that's what it is anyway. Again, my opinions, none of this is fact. So if you have anything to do with any of that, don't hate me for any of this. This from my observation, this seems to be what I can find in my opinion based on what I can find is. Stake is 1/3 owner in Kick. It's a crypto gambling website, and a lot of people have stuff against unregulated gambling, but not regulated gambling, apparently. I'm talking specifically about a couple of creators that have been very vocal about hating on Kick because of who owns 1/3 of Kick, where they have no issue with people gambling for real money on Twitch because it's regulated gambling versus unregulated gambling, but yet their argument for it is they don't like people streaming gambling in general, so therefore people shouldn't be streaming on Kick. but gambling is still allowed to be streamed on Twitch. It's just regulated versus unregulated. I don't see the point in that argument. If you don't like people being shown gambling, and you think it leads to problems in their personal lives where it's their personal choice to do so, and you're trying to stop somebody from making a personal choice that they enjoy, then you're in the wrong. Because you're trying to force somebody to go by your beliefs, and I think that's terrible. I don't think you should. That being said, I think there's a lot of people with gambling problems, and I think that adds to it. Being able to watch somebody gamble makes you want to gamble. I get all that. But I don't care if it's regulated or unregulated. You either dislike the gambling part of it or you don't. I think all those people that have the point of view that because it's unregulated gambling, it's a problem, where regulated gambling is not a problem. I think that's moronic. I think you're oversimplifying your issue, or just doing it to virtue signal. Honestly, and that's probably most of it for some of these really big creators on Twitch that are coming out and talking bad about Kick. I've multi-streamed quite a few times. I'm not today. I'm just streaming on YouTube because I want to make sure my internet's stable enough to at least get a YouTube stream in. All the other platforms are secondary. Streaming to my Facebook page, streaming to Kick, streaming to Trovo. YouTube is primary, so I want to make sure that I get some content out on my primary channel, which is YouTube. And my internet has not been holding up well doing that. So today, just on YouTube. But I don't care what the reason for people leaving Twitch is. If they want to leave Twitch, leave Twitch. Go to whatever platform you want. If you want to say, and again, some of these big creators have come out, and I'm not naming names, but if you've kept up with the drama, you'll know who it is. You'll know who several of these people are. Several of these people have come out and been, oh, well, this person's over there, and they're this, this, and this, so I don't want to be associated with that. They were on Twitch the entire time you've been on Twitch, doing the exact same thing, talking the exact same thing, the exact same topics, right? They were on Twitch doing the exact same thing they're doing over on Kick. But you didn't have a problem with them being on Twitch because you're on Twitch, right? And you don't want to leave Twitch. Why would you have a problem going over to Kick because they're there? They were on Twitch with you for years. You know, like, again, it all just seems like virtue signaling nonsense to me. And I just, it's really dumb to try to gatekeep where people should be streaming and trying to better themselves as a content creator. I think that's really stupid. But I think the reason Twitch did that was because some creators were getting more favorable odds than the average users of the site. Twitch did not ban gambling, though, Battery. That's what I'm saying. They didn't ban gambling. They banned crypto gambling, right? Which if you're using a gambling website in the U.S., depending on what state you're in, you're probably breaking the law anyway. In Mississippi, it's not allowed. It's illegal. So depending on what state you're in, you could be breaking the law anyway, even if it is a regulated gambling site. So they just banned unregulated gambling, right? That's all Twitch did. Gambling, slots, the whole roulette, all that's still there. Blackjack, poker, everything. Poker's got its own category, but I don't consider poker gambling as much as it is a skill game, because it takes a lot of skill to be a great poker player. It takes a lot of luck to win a hand, but it takes a lot of skill to be a winning poker player. If you don't believe me, Phil Hellmuth just won his 17th World Series of Poker bracelet. So why do the same guys keep winning every year if there's no skill involved? There's skill involved in poker. So it's got its own category, which is good. But then you got slots and casino is the other category. And I don't think poker should be treated in the same way as casinos and slots, right? With like roulette, blackjack, all that kind of stuff. All that's RNG based. It's all luck based for the most part. So I just don't think it should be treated the same. I think it's fun. I don't mind pulling the handle on a slot machine, but I know how much I can lose, and I know how much I don't need to lose. And I've never really had a problem taking and losing the money that I've took and lost to casinos because I don't spend more than I can. I also don't have a gambling problem either. I enjoy it. It's entertainment for me. I don't go to win money. I go to relax and blow off some steam and have a good time while I'm there. And of course, the dopamine fix you get from the lights and the bells and all that kind of stuff. It's fun, right? It's just fun to go and do. But Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. It's a waste of money. It's an absolute waste of money. Again, none of this is financial advice, but I can see why people would be concerned about it being shown and promoted and by influencers influencing people to do things. I see why that's a concern for people. But that shouldn't be your primary reason for people not going to Kick. That's silly. If you don't like people on the platform, those people were likely streaming alongside you on Twitch for years anyway. So that's silly to me too. The benefit for going to Kick for a lot of big streamers is, one, they either get a contract where they're paid by Kick, XQC, for instance. I'll just name him because he's one of the biggest content creators that was on Twitch that moved over to Kick, and he got $100 million contract to stream on Kick. And it's non-exclusive, meaning he's still streaming like 1 or 2 days a week on Twitch, but primarily all of his streams are over on Kick. Now, why would they do that? Well, because they want to bring in a big name that brings a lot of attention over to Kick. Okay, fair enough. Why would an average content creator with, say, 250 to 300 average viewers move over to Kick and move, say, a third of their community? If they moved 100 people over there with them to Kick. Because Kick offers for subscribers, members here on YouTube, subscribers on Twitch, they offer a 95-5 split to the creator. So if you subbed for $5, or say $10, easier math for me. If you sub for $10, then the streamer gets $9.50 of that $10, and Kick gets 50 cents of it. On Twitch, it's a 50-50 split. On YouTube, it's a 70-30 split. Twitch is what I think Trovo might be 50-50. Don't hold me to this. Again, this is all my opinion and just based on what I remember. None of this is factual to the point where I can 100% say that's 100% true. It's just, it's what I remember it being. I haven't looked at Trovo's split in a long time, but I think Trovo is a 50-50 split as well. Twitch is a 50-50 split. YouTube's a 70-30 split. If you are a $10 member, I get $7 of that. YouTube gets $3 of that, that's fine. The platform's got to have money to operate. I have no issue there. But Kick given a 95-5 split is a huge deal for people that are in that medium range of streamer, because if they move a third of their community over, they're making twice the money in subscribers, and it's like, it's almost a no-brainer, really. So if you're being influenced by influencers, you shouldn't be gambling because you have no self-control. Most people don't game. That's the sad truth of it, though. Most people don't. Most people don't have any self-control whatsoever. They think they do, but they don't realize how much they're influenced by social media, period. It doesn't matter what it is. Most people are influenced heavily by social media for about everything. If you don't believe me, look at the latest TikTok challenge with people jumping off of boats or whatever they're doing. It's moronic, man. The Tide Pod challenge, look back to that one. People are influenced very easily. So I can see why people don't want to they don't want to be associated with influencers that are known for the gambling streams. I get that. But at the same time, there are some people that don't care anything about those big controversial streamers that are on Kick. They don't care anything about the gambling part of it. They just want to go to a platform that gives them a payout that they think betters them, right? And I don't see a problem here. I don't see a problem with that. People went from Twitch to YouTube, nobody said anything, right? People go from Twitch to Trovo, they don't say anything. People went to Rumble, and of course, I don't like Rumble because political. Rumble's still a video upload site where you can live stream to and upload videos to and make ad revenue from and have subscribers like you do on members here on YouTube. It's just a site. It doesn't matter who uses it, right? It doesn't matter what big names are associated with it. There's a lot of gaming content over there. There's a lot more gaming content over there now than there was when it first started. But I don't think it really matters, honestly. And I don't see why people get so bent out of shape about it. And you have all these big influencers that probably have a contract. I say probably because I don't know for sure. And I'm not trying to get myself in any kind of legal situation here. So more than likely, their opinion. My opinion is that more than likely they're probably influenced by whichever platform they're on, by that platform to not go over to the other platforms. That makes sense? Again, not trying to get myself in a like a defamation suit or anything here, but I think that contracts probably play a big role in people playing down other sites, right? I mean, does that make sense? And again, I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I'm just talking in general because there's been lots of content creators come out for Kick or against Twitch or against Kick and for Twitch or YouTube or Rumble or Trovo or whatever, Facebook, whatever. I mean, when Mixer was a thing, same difference. I mean, there's been a lot of people talking bad about the other one and this and that. It's usually really big content creators that have the biggest voice because they're big content creators, of course, but it seems that they have the biggest issues with all of that. So it's really strange to me that people just can't let people do their thing. You know, it's really weird. It seems to me they'd rather shrink. It seems to me they would rather shriek the responsibility of learning self-control. Did I read that right? Skirt. They would rather skirt the responsibility of learning self-control rather control the message of who they watch. Seems backwards to me. Yeah. I don't think. I think a lot of people genuinely probably don't think it's a great idea for people with addictive personalities shirk to avoid. I thought it was skirt. Like to skirt around something. If I've been pronouncing it wrong all these years, that's probably true. I probably have. To avoid, yeah. So avoid the responsibility of learning self-control, rather control the message of who they watch. Yeah, that's backwards, absolutely. Skirt will work too. Okay, yeah. I thought I'd been saying it wrong all these years, which wouldn't surprise me, honestly. But I honestly think that it's just one of those deals where people are way too involved in what other people are doing, and people are way too quick to generalize things, right? There's a really big content creator that's been he's been the face of controversy since he announced his departure from Twitch and moving to Kick. And I don't know anything about the guy. I don't care for the guy. I've never watched one of his streams. All I've ever seen is little clips on Twitter of other people that don't like him sharing his content. And I'm like, if you don't like him, why are you even giving him a platform? I didn't know who this guy was until people started talking bad about him. I had no clue. And still don't really care. I don't watch his stuff. It's not my content. But at the same time, I don't have anything to say about him because it's not important enough for me to form an opinion about one person. Generally speaking, I have opinions on the topic of switching platforms and why it's silly for one content creator to gatekeep for another. There's no reason. I think it's silly to do so. So for content creators out there, do whatever you want that betters your brand, right? That's my opinion of the situation. It's not advice. It kind of is advice, but it's just an opinion, really. Like I don't think you should be locked down to whatever your favorite content creator is doing, right? Because we all have even content creators have favorite content creators they watch, streamers, whatever. Just because your favorite content creator is doing one thing, my foot is itching for some reason. I think I got bit by a mosquito. Oh, the diseases those things carry. I don't think that you should be tied down to that platform just because your favorite content creator has an opinion about the other platform. Figure out what's best for you and what would work best for you moving forward and do that, because that really is ultimately the best thing you can do for yourself. And again, my opinion of the situation, not that you have to do anything, but that's my opinion on it. I've chosen to do multi-streams when I can, when I know my internet is holding up well, to my Facebook page, DeuceMS, my Trovo page, DeuceMS, my Kick channel, DeuceMS, as soon as I'm able to, Rumble, which is DeuceMS. You can find all my links in Linktree, which is link is down below in the description. But I've chosen to do all those because Twitch is the only platform that has an exclusivity clause that states you cannot simulcast, and that means you cannot stream the same content to Twitch at the same time you're streaming it to other like platforms, meaning YouTube, Trovo, Kick, Rumble, Facebook. You can stream your stream vertically to Instagram and TikTok, but you cannot stream it to like platforms such as Twitch. You can do the other things though. So you can do Instagram and TikTok if you're streaming on Twitch. But it makes more sense, in my opinion. Again, I'm not trying to get anybody to do anything. I'm not trying to talk you into anything. The only thing I would talk you into doing is if you need a server, use the first link down below, and if you're going to buy a game, use my link to nexus.gg/DeuceMS. That's the only thing I'm going to point out that you should do, because it helps me out. I get commission from server purchases or game purchases. So, but opinion-wise, my opinion of the situation for what I think people should do is choose what's best for them, choose a platform that's best for them, or stream to all of them, and then stream to Twitch separately, which is what I do. I stream to all the other platforms, and I stream to Twitch separately. Or just don't stream to Twitch at all if you don't want to. Again, I'm not talking bad about Twitch. I love Twitch, man. Twitch was the reason I moved over to PC. It's the whole reason I'm even here. I streamed speedruns on Twitch in 2013, 2014, and in 2015, and it was great. I liked streaming on Twitch, but it's changed a lot in the last 8 years. It's changed a lot in the last 8 years. It's changed a lot in the last 4, but I never realized how bad the revenue split was on Twitch until I started streaming on YouTube and getting members and stuff on YouTube. And financially, it's awkward for people to talk about financials because you feel like you're giving up information that nobody's supposed to know. You know, it's pretty easy to find. You just type in Google, what's the revenue split for members on YouTube? And it tells you it's 70-30. What's the revenue split for super chats on YouTube? It's 70-30. Ad revenue split on YouTube is 50-50, which is fun. But for subscriber splits on Twitch, it is 50-50, and it's actually like 48-50 because the processing fees come out of the creator side. So a sub on Twitch at $2.50 at $5 is $2.50 for Twitch and like $2.47 or something for the creator. So in bits you buy. Right, you pay, what is it, $1.69 for $1 worth of bits or something? So you're paying the fee up front. The creator gets all the bits, but you're paying that fee on top. Twitch looks like they're coming out with something equivalent to a super chat pretty soon, so that should be pretty neat to see. But that's also going to be a 50-50, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong about that. That may be closer to a 60-40 or 70-30. I'm not real sure. I'll have to look into that. But they've also done something that way, so I don't know. I think people should do whatever they want to. I don't think it's a big deal. But I just thought I would share my opinions on why people are going different places and things. To the topic of Rumble versus YouTube. YouTube is very strict on what you can say and what you cannot say. If you get off kilter a little bit on YouTube with something that goes against, you know, the narrative that's out in the social or the political sphere, YouTube can nuke your channel because they reserve the right to do that if anything they disagree with. Rumble's a pretty open platform, which I think is why a lot of people don't like it, is because there are people on there spewing nonsense and talking conspiracy theories and all kinds of stuff. I like to call them thought exercises because it's cool to really put your brain through the test of, you know, what if, you know. Not that I believe a whole lot of the theories out there, just in general, right? It's good. It's good to challenge your mind, and I think that's good. But yeah, a lot of people just don't like Rumble because of some of the political people that are on there, and I really don't care anything about it. I think it's good to have a competing platform though, because it makes everybody try to do a little bit better. And Rumble's a lot looser with their guidelines on what you can say and cannot say. They don't police what you can say and what you cannot say as much as say YouTube, or Twitch for that matter. Kick's kind of the same way. They're not as closed down on topics you can talk about as Twitch or YouTube is either. Trovo, I don't know. I've never seen anybody really complain that Trovo banned them for the wrong opinion. You know, as long as it doesn't break the First Amendment, I have no issue. Man, we got laws in every state that break the First Amendment, though. First Amendment gets thrown to the side every day, and it's sad. Not just online. I mean, in person, there's plenty of laws that go against the First Amendment. They're unconstitutional, but sadly, a lot of times people don't know to challenge it or don't have the money to challenge it. So, but yeah, every guideline on YouTube for what you can say is against the First Amendment. Every single one of them, because they're all unconstitutional. Well, I mean, short of threatening people or directly inciting violence, right? That's all fine and good. Does that mean I think people should be hateful? Absolutely not. I don't think so. But I think we should let people show who they really are and then avoid them, block them, ignore their channels. You know, absolutely. Doesn't mean I have to listen to them. They can be as hateful as they want. I just know who to avoid then. Private companies can set their own rules. They absolutely can. And I'm not saying they can't. And that's the point, is that Rumble's a lot more open to free speech. YouTube is the opposite. They control a lot of what you can and can't say, which is why I have to talk in generalities a lot of the times, because I don't want to fall under those breaking of the guidelines. Yeah, private companies can absolutely do what they want to. The First Amendment only applies to the government. The problem with that, Humanist Swede, as we've seen, is that some platforms seem to have been heavily influenced by the government to suppress or outright ban certain things. So that is a direct violation of the First Amendment, because the government influenced the social companies to curtail a lot of topics. That is a direct violation of the First Amendment. So that being said, that's a problem. And it seems to be that way. Allegedly, that's what happened. I'll use those terms because I don't have proof sitting in front of me that happened, but allegedly that is a lot of stuff that went on in the last couple of years, is that kind of stuff where the government was working with social media companies to ban or limit access to certain information. That is a direct violation of the First Amendment, which is why companies shouldn't be coerced or work with the government at all, because it's a real thin line you get into. And Rumble's done a good job of it. YouTube, not so much, but YouTube's still the biggest platform out there. Lots of other platforms too, it seems like. The government can't make those companies do that stuff, though. Well, not legally, no, Gabe, but they can. I mean, allegedly, that's what happened. The government was allegedly working with social media companies to limit certain topics or to limit certain users' reach of those topics and things. So, allegedly all that happened. So I don't see where a company would just go, yeah, we'll do that for you, with no reason to do it. There's no reason for them to do that other than being offered something, allegedly, right? So I think there's a lot of stuff that who decides what's misinformation, though, Humanist Swede? That's my point. Who decided it was the government decided it was misinformation? That's a very, very steep, slippery slope. When the powerful entity deciding what you can and can't say because it's misinformation. It's a very steep, slippery slope, which is my problem with, again, them allegedly working with social media companies to do so. But I think that conversation should be a lot more open, and I think YouTube is fine. Again, they've got some strong terms of service against hatefulness and things like that, and I think that's okay. They can make whatever rules they want. I'm not disputing that. I think when it comes to working with the government to limit access to things, that's a problem, because that's a direct violation of the First Amendment, but that's just my opinion. And I think places like Rumble and Kick are a lot more open with the topics that you can discuss. I think that's a benefit. I don't think that's a bad thing. Again, if people are going to be hateful, let them be hateful. Let them show you who they are, and then you ignore them. To me, that's the best thing. If you're limiting what they can say, then you might not ever know they're there, and they're building their audience, and they're getting more hateful people involved. You know, let them show you who they really are. I think that's okay, because then we can ignore them, or we can point and laugh, whatever. Whatever we want to do at that point, I think is fun. But I think there's a lot of reasons people are choosing to go to other platforms, and some of it might have something to do with how limited they are, what they can talk about. And again, that's perfectly fine, because companies can do whatever they want to. As long as it's not forced by the government, that's perfectly fine. If not, it's a violation of the First Amendment. But if that's happening, allegedly, there's some things that went on, but I don't have proof in front of me. I'm just alleged things happened, and I don't know what exactly, but I think there's a lot of other reasons that people are leaving other platforms, say leaving YouTube to go to Rumble, or leaving YouTube to go to Kick, or leaving Twitch to go to Kick, or Trovo, or whatever. And I think some of that is monetary, where the revenue split's better, you know? I think on Rumble right now, you keep 100% of your subscriptions for the remainder of 2023. I don't know what the split is after that, but so every subscriber you get, which is a member here on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch, every subscriber you get from now until the end of 2023 on Rumble is 100% revenue for you. So that's cool of them. They've jumped in at a perfect time, I think, to make that happen. But again, like I don't care what people do. I don't like hateful people. I don't like. I don't want to use the words, because YouTube is pretty strict with a lot of this. But I don't like hateful people. I'll just put it that way. That covers all categories of hateful people, by the way. Whatever title you want to apply to that. I just don't like people being hateful to others. And I don't agree with it. I don't promote it. I don't support it. But I think people should be able to say what they want to say, and then we ignore them or point and laugh and call them idiots, you know? In truth, it's all monetary. You go where the audience is to make the most money. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. I don't think anybody's actually standing on principle of, gambling, because gambling's still allowed on Twitch. It's not gone. It's just regulated versus unregulated. So, I mean, I don't think it's gone by any means. On Twitch, it's still there. You can go watch casinos and slots right now on Twitch or on Kick. It's just whether or not you fancy regulated or unregulated. Most people don't even know that it's unregulated. The general public probably doesn't care. That's the biggest thing. So, but yeah, it's all about money for sure. I don't think I'm going to make more money on Rumble or Kick or Trovo or Facebook than I do on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to make more money on Kick than I do on Twitch. But the more Twitch does things that seem to hinder the content creator instead of working with them, the more I want to leave Twitch. I'm not lying. The money, the revenue splits is a big part of it, yeah. But I don't think I could garner the same crowd on my Farmer Deuce YouTube channel, streaming it every afternoon and then Friday during the day, as I could on Twitch, streaming it every afternoon and Friday during the day. I just don't think it works that way for YouTube. This channel shows the truth about just streaming on your channel and how detrimental it can be, because this channel was growing fine when I was uploading a video or two and then streaming as well. When I went to just streaming and no videos, and then they started the shorts thing when I wasn't doing shorts and I wasn't doing videos and I was just streaming, my channel plummeted. And it took a very long time to get to where I'm at after a huge spike in growth. Now, I understand that had a lot to do with the game I was playing, which is Medieval Dynasty. But at the same time, it's no secret that on YouTube, you need to be doing all three things. You need to be doing shorts, videos, and live streams to stay in the algorithm, and I don't. So I've been trying to upload a few more videos as of recent, and I think it's okay, you know. Ultimately, the policies from Twitch impact what the future revenues will be and the ability to pull viewers. Yes, and that's another thing too, is Twitch recently, and I think they reversed on it pretty quickly, but recently had a deal where you couldn't use burned-in ads and that kind of stuff, and it's like, well, YouTube has a similar guideline, but it's like ads that they would run on YouTube, right? So you can't get a company to make an ad and then you just play it for the company, right? Ad reads are differently because it's me reading the ad. It's like me doing my Nexus thing a while ago, right? I'm not paid to read that ad, and the company Nexus didn't make that ad, and me just play it. That's a burned-in ad. Well, Twitch kind of took it a step further because even ad reads were kind of off limits. The way I read it anyway, and I'm probably wrong, but even ad reads were off limits. Your partnership logos, right? Like I have the little partner logo that's up here in the corner on Twitch, and I used to have it on here. I don't know what happened to it, but I think it's on my other scene maybe. But for Nexus, for Giants, and for Nitrado, I have their partner logos that roll through. Those could only be 3% of your screen. They couldn't be any bigger than that. So, I mean, it is just all kind of silly stuff like that that makes it really, really hard for creators. Really hard for creators. It's dumb. But the policies just got really, really messed up, you know, really messed up. So, not being able to simulcast, not being able to stream to other platforms. If you're not an affiliate and if you're not a partner, you used to be able to simulcast. If you didn't have a sub button on Twitch, you could stream to wherever you wanted to. There were people that were partners that didn't think that was the case, that still streamed to YouTube as well, but they shouldn't have been to begin with. That's been a thing since I signed the affiliate contract in 2018. That was a thing then. You were not supposed to be simulcasting. If you were with a sub button on Twitch, then you were breaking TOS. Nobody cared apparently, but that was a thing. Now, again, simulcasting to Instagram and TikTok are different because they're vertical platforms. They're not Twitch-like platforms. So, but I think there's a lot of stuff that probably has made a lot of people mad at Twitch. And again, I like Twitch. I just don't like the direction they're headed with the policies. It's like every policy they make is a revenue generator for them, and it takes away from the content creator. So, and it's really disturbing the direction it's headed. And I don't think they realize that if they would give creators a 70-30 split at least, you know, or heck, even a 60-40, and they take the processing fee on their side instead of the creator side. I think people would be more apt to gift subs and to subscribe to channels and such, you know. I think that's probably the case. I mean, that's just me. Instead of selling an item for $10 and selling 5 copies of it, if you sell it for $5, you can sell 20 copies of it. You know what I mean? Like, it just, it's a supply and demand issue. If people know that Twitch is taking 50% of somebody's cut, why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just donate through PayPal or something, or tip through PayPal? You know, like, a lot of people do that. I understand the company's got to make money. I get that because they're giving us a platform. Without them, we couldn't do what we're doing. Without us, they couldn't do what they're doing. It's a hand-in-hand thing, and there's no good answer for any of it. But there's got to be a better benefit for content creators other than, well, Twitch is the biggest live streaming platform. Okay, that's great, but what does it do for the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that average 3 or 4 viewers? It does nothing for them for it to be the biggest platform. You have to get a little bit lucky on Twitch to really get going. Honestly, lots of people spend their entire Twitch career streaming to 5 or 6 people at most, you know? There's no benefit for that. There's no benefit for them. Just because Twitch is the biggest live streaming platform doesn't do anything for them. You're never going to go viral on Twitch and really take off, you know, unless you get a raid from a really big content creator and a lot of those people come over to your channel and you get a shout out on their social medias, and that's a good way to get a boost. If you put out the right short on YouTube, you could take off. If you put out the right video on TikTok, you could take off. Now, whether people stay for your content's a different thing, but it's a lot easier to go viral on any of these other platforms or really get mixed in the algorithm on any of these other platforms than it is Twitch. Twitch is super, super difficult to grow on. I'm guessing Kick is probably no different since it's built off the same, allegedly the same source. I don't know if it's the exact same, but it's built on a similar source platform as Twitch is. Throat's getting dry. I'm on my soapbox here. But I think honestly, I don't have anything against people that have an argument for or against why people move platforms or whatever. I think it's silly sometimes for us as content creators to say, oh, well, that content creator shouldn't be going over there for this reason. You know, they shouldn't be, which I'm doing the same thing. I'm saying you shouldn't be telling people what they can and can't do, which I shouldn't be telling them. They shouldn't tell people what they can and can't. I get all that. I get that it's kind of a circle, you know. It's a vicious cycle of people trying to gatekeep other people. I think it's silly that they're doing it. They can do whatever they want to. I think it's silly that people are telling people what they can and can't do. I think that's just dumb, but that's just me. That is going to wrap it up for the day, though. That is my opinions on Rumble and the whole a little more lax on speech and topics you can cover. Kick is a little more open with their revenue sharing. For 2023, Rumble's actually the best. It's got 100% revenue share for 2023 for subscribers. Kick is a 95.5. Twitch is a 50-50. Trovo, I think, might be a 50-50. I can't remember. I'm going to put that one. I'm going to put an asterisk by that one because I don't remember. YouTube is a 70-30 split across the board. Super chat, super thanks, and members. Ad revenue is a 50-50, but that's okay. I just don't. I don't know what platform is best. Honestly, it depends on what you're looking to get out of it. You know, I just don't see making any YouTube short that doesn't feature violence or general ass hattery making it big. I mean, maybe not, but I've got one right now that's got almost 200,000 views, and it's literally just me using a backhoe or an excavator to dig a hole and put a pipe in. So, but as far as 50 million views on it, that'll never happen. But I think that making it big is relative to where you're at, though. For me, that's huge. 160,000 views or something on a short, that's big for me because I got 10,000 subscribers. And it's literally just construction sim, me digging a hole and putting a pipe in with no commentary whatsoever. So I'm surprised that it's done as well as it's done, and it's still garnering several thousand views a month. So, I think it has to be relative. Like, I don't try to compare my channel to everybody else's channel, you know. My opinion is that you should subscribe to DeuceMS. Yeah, subscribe, come back, hang out. We do these the first Tuesday of every month. This month it happened to be the second Tuesday just because I had issues with the internet last week. I hope I got it worked out for the most part. But and for content creators out there that are just getting started or that want to get started, start. Stop making plans, stop planning things, just start streaming or start making content. Figure it out as you go. Because the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. In theory, I have not gotten any better over the last 7 years. But the more you do, the better you get, and you need practice, so just do it. Stop worrying about everything else. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. If you enjoy something, find your lane and do that, and you'll either get there or you won't. I mean, that's the harsh truth of it. Like, I'm surprised I've gotten as far as I have. So, don't worry about what all the other big content creators are doing and where they're streaming and where they're uploading videos. Don't worry about any of that. Find your own lane. Find your own platform. If you stream and you can multi-stream to several locations, do it. Do it. Put your name out there on as many platforms as you can, because you never know which one might pick up and take off. So, do that. Yep. Make something and find your style. Exactly, Battery. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be great. If it's decent quality, then put it out, man. Just get it out there. Start making content. And don't listen to everybody else and what they're saying about which platform's better than others and blah, blah, blah. Do them all. Do them all. Just follow TOS. Follow the guidelines for TOS on each platform, because they do make the rules, and there's nothing you can really do about it. You play by their rules or you don't play at all. And don't break TOS, don't get banned, and fight the good fight. You know, do whatever you have to do to get your content out there. So that's legal anywhere within the law. Do what you have to get your content out there. Work as hard as you have to. Put it on as many platforms as you can. That kind of stuff. I'm not saying go do illegal stuff. Good grief. Now somebody's gonna be watching this later and go, "He said do anything we had to." That's not what I mean. I mean do anything within reason. And don't look at your stats for at least 2 months. Yes. If you're just starting out, don't bother. Don't bother looking at your stats. Just put out content. Put out content and enjoy it. If you stream, don't look at your numbers while you stream. I don't know how many people are watching now that don't care. I'm pretending there's 100 people at least here. And I know there's not, because I can see how fast chat's moving. But I don't care what the number is because it's not going to change the content that I'm putting out. We might have a little faster chat going if there were more people, but it doesn't matter to me how many people are here because I just want to put out an acceptable form of content. And people may not like my opinions. That's fine. These are just my opinions. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you here in just a bit over on twitch.tv/DeuceMS for some farm sim on the community server. And I will see you guys then. Back tomorrow, we're going up and only up. We're going to get to the end of that place. I promise we're going to get to the top this week. Tomorrow or Thursday, it's happening. If you enjoyed, if you have comments, leave them down below. I want to hear your opinions too. Again, everything I said today is opinion. It's not based 100% on statistics because I don't have them in front of me, so I can't prove anything. But it's all my opinion based on what I remember hearing. Not financial advice in any way for anything, and not specifically about anybody in particular, except for the one comment about the one guy on Kick, and a lot of people know who that is. But again, I don't really care what people's opinions are, so you shouldn't either. Have a good one. Later, folks.